Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Pub Trivia Experience. My name is Chris, and tonight we have got a quaint little show for you. I am joined by one of my favorite person in the world who is able to speak complete sentences, my lovely wife Leah. You are tied with the person that doesn't speak complete sentences. She can say the word eat, and that's our daughter Paige.
Can't
Leah,
she say the word eat?
At. She says at. Leah, how you doing? What you drinking?
I'm doing great, and I was not insulted at all when I thought you were going to say someone else was your favorite person instead of me. So, I'm doing great. I'm actually having, it's the weekend, so I get this, instead of getting up at 4:30 a.m., which is what I usually do during the weekdays, I got to sleep till 6:30 a.m., so that means that I will be up and rolling for another 2 hours to stay on my schedule. So I have a mini bottle of Diet Coke, and I poured in a little bit of Jim Beam's Red Stag bourbon whiskey.
It's your
whiskey.
black cherry whiskey.
Yep, black cherry whiskey. So yeah, it's great. Happy Saturday.
Woohoo!
Wait, Saturday. Yeah, happy Saturday.
It's Saturday. One more day till we all go back to work.
Ugh.
Yeah. Leah, I've actually cracked a bottle here. I cracked it open for my recording, hot seat recording with Lauren Carey. And I'm really glad that I did, because this bottle's amazing. I have never had this distillery before, but a lot of people told me, no, just try it. Just try it. Not only did I try it, I bought a store pick of it from Davidoff. It's Old Elk, E-L-K.
It's a nice color too. It's like a nice light color.
It is. It's a wheat-based whiskey. Yes, it is. It is from the Old Elk Distillery in Colorado. Now, this particular batch is called Susie's Winter Kiss. It is a 6-year private barrel. And this is my second whiskey out of Colorado. I've got the Stranahan's up there as well, which I love. The Stranahan's malt whiskey is amazing. This is the wheated whiskey. This is really good. Like, legitimately.
It looks nice and classy, too.
You want to try a sip?
Sure. Whiskey, and this is whiskey and whiskey, right? Like,
Just
I'm
whiskey.
drinking whiskey and you're drinking whiskey, so
Yes.
This is not like a mixing alcohol situation that's about to happen.
Also, we're not driving, and you're having a sip.
Oh, it kind of burns the lips a little bit, but it's not.
It's not. Yeah, it's not as rough as other other high rye whiskeys or bourbons. This is a wheated bourbon, so it's
I
a
can
little
sip
smoother.
on that.
Right?
Yeah, I
it's
can sip
really
that.
good.
Because I'm one of those, I like to chug my drinks, and so unless if I mix my whiskey or my bourbon with a Diet Coke, it's fine. But drinking it straight, it would take me probably 2 hours to finish that size of cup that you have. But it would be good.
This is going to take me about 10 minutes. But, ladies and
You
gentlemen,
have a much higher alcohol tolerance than I do.
I do. That I do. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight. Leah and I are here tonight because we have got a list of 100 Friends trivia questions. And Leah and I are both actual pretty big Friends fans. It's become my go-to. Like when I'm having lunch during the day, because we all work from home, after I make my lunch, I sit down and I eat it, and I turn on TBS because they play Friends for like 4 straight hours, and I like it. I get that it's not the most historically accurate show. It's definitely skews towards the Caucasian people, and specifically
Caucasian males.
No, Caucasian females too.
Oh, I'm gonna say that it's got some questionable sexist, homophobic, and
It definitely does.
racist undertones, but I don't think it means
It's a product of the time of the late
Yes.
90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
It is definitely a time capsule of that particular. I mean, at the same time, like when Friends was on, Eminem was big, and Eminem, like that's right before the stuff with Elton John hit. It's definitely a time capsule. I'm not defending it. It was not right. There are jokes in Friends that make me very uncomfortable.
Oh, for sure. And some that I didn't understand
Yeah,
should
right?
have made me uncomfortable at the time, and I didn't understand them too much. I was much older.
Then there's the joke about Joey's like, yeah, my Uncle Sal's got a really big tongue. And Chandler goes, is that the one with the really good-looking wife? That doesn't make me uncomfortable. That joke is now hilarious. I didn't get it at the time.
The one for me that I never got, well, there's a lot. It's from one of the best episodes. It's the Thanksgiving one, when Rachel messes up the trifle. And she's like, the pages were stuck together. And Joey's like, Chandler, And I was like, I just envisioned in my head, like, what was Chandler do? Like, was he using the cookbook and or the recipe book and trying to cook, and he didn't clean up like extra jam or whatever was on the table? Like, I did not get it. Like, I was like, why are they playing Chandler? He's not even here in this conversation. But
That's a funny one.
yeah.
The other one that kind of comes to mind real quick is Rachel going, if it's not a headboard, it's just not worth it.
Yeah. I do think I did understand that.
I understood it, but I understand it a lot more now.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So the way this game is going to work is Leah and I each have 50 questions to ask the other. This will go fairly quick. Each question is either going to be a question for a fan or for a super fan. So for the easier questions, you're going to get 1 point. For the harder questions, you're going to get 2 points. And we're just going to go back and forth asking each other 2 questions apiece. And Leah, do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
I will ask you first.
Okay. I am ready.
All right. There's no time limits or anything. We're just going.
We'll try and keep it close and short, but, it's going to be what it's going to be.
Yes, you can be typically loquacious when trying to figure out an answer for something.
That is true.
All right. So your fan 1 point question is, why does Monica receive a Porsche as a gift from her father?
Oh, it's because her childhood memories were ruined.
Absolutely. The answer we're looking for is he used her childhood possessions to protect the car from floodwater. So
Woohoo!
I'll give you points for that. All right. Your super fan question is...
Actually, hold on. Before we go in... No. I was going to say we might want to think about changing up the scoring structure because like 1s and 2s is going to get tough for me after I'm drinking, but are you keeping notes too?
I've got 1s and 2s, so I'm giving you check marks if you're getting a 1 or a 2, and I'm going to do X marks if you get it wrong. So
I am putting my notebook away. I am not keeping score because that would not be good. Okay, I'm ready for my 2-pointer.
All right. What did Joey throw on the fire, ruining his date with Ginger?
Wasn't her prosthetic leg?
That is correct. It was her prosthetic leg. So that was kind of a red herring a little bit because you think it's going to be the dog.
Yes.
Because he's got there's an annoying dog he's complaining about in the story. So they're like, you threw the dog in the fire? And he's like, no, I wish. And then you find out it was the prosthetic leg later. So that could have tricked you up a little bit, but nicely done. And Ginger was played by... I don't know the actress who plays her, but she went on to later be Anna Nardini on Gilmore Girls, who we hated. So, just fun fact.
Good to know. All right, Leah, your 1-point question. What is the name of the cafe where the gang hangs out and drinks coffee?
Central Perk.
That is correct. Your 2-point question. What did Chandler lose after the wedding?
The disposable cameras?
That is correct.
Is that what we're going for?
Disposable cameras.
I feel like it should have said, like, after his wedding.
That's true.
Because there has been a lot of weddings on the show. Maybe he only lost something after.
No, it actually does say after his wedding.
Oh, okay.
My bad.
Whatever. I was like, there's a lot of weddings, but I was like, the only thing I remember losing is the cameras. Perfect. All right, so your fan question is, which inappropriate song do Ross and Rachel sing to Emma to make her laugh?
Baby Got Back. This girl's all about the ass.
That is correct. And I really don't like that season a lot, but I like that episode. Your super fan question is, what is the name Ross gives to the extra layer of gravy-soaked bread Monica puts in his turkey sandwich?
It's the moist maker.
It is. For all fans of that word out there, we apologize. It's not coming from us. It's coming from David Crane, Kevin Bright, and Marta Kaufman.
Yeah. I will say that's... I'm not a huge Ross Geller fan, but like that version of Ross is one I can totally relate to.
With his rage,
you
too?
My sandwich. My sandwich.
What,
yes.
They fired you? Yeah, on account of my rage.
They didn't fire him. He went on sabbatical. All right, Leah, your fan question. Janine, the dancer that moves in with Joey, was from what country?
Australia?
That is correct. Your super fan question. What is the name of the superintendent of Monica's building?
Oh my gosh, I've gotten this question wrong before.
This came up on our other friends trivia episode.
And I said it wrong, and we lost that game pretty much because of this question. I'm going to go with Mr. Traeger.
That is correct.
Because last time I said Traeger, and I did not get points for it. It's Traeger.
Traeger is correct. Traeger is Chris Traeger from Parks and Rec.
All right, Chris, so your question is, Joey starred as a detective with a robotic partner in which TV show?
Mac and cheese.
That is correct. Your superfan question is, Joey buys the encyclopedia covering which letter of the alphabet from a door-to-door salesman?
Okay, so the door-to-door salesman is played by Penn Jillette of Penn and Teller, and it's one of my favorite episodes. If I'm not mistaken, he buys the letter V.
That is correct. Nicely done. I like that subplot too, because let me tell you, there were a lot of encyclopedia sellers in our neighborhood, and we bought every single one of them.
Did you really?
Oh yeah, we had so much, and my mom had for a good 15 years tried to sell them in every garage sale, and no one ever bought them. I don't even know what happened to them.
I would
she
actually
just trashed them.
Right now. I would actually just take a set. I would just display it somewhere because no one has encyclopedias anymore.
You're right.
Although from Ted Mosby, it's encyclopedia.
Well, and high schools have them because one of the rooms I was testing in this week had them, and I was like, I could probably get some trivia questions by reading these, and I didn't, but I could have.
You could read about Vermont. All right, your fan question, Leah. What did Monica make to get over her breakup with Richard?
Jam.
Jam is correct.
Oh my lord! All I'm picturing is her sitting on the couch, watching a Civil War TV show and smoking cigars. I was like, that's not her making anything. That was just her being sad.
Controversial opinion. I really liked her with Richard.
I did too. I
There's
like
nothing wrong
those
with him.
episodes. Those episodes are really good too.
Yes. Yeah. I actually just watched the one where it's Richard and Joey and Chandler hanging out, and then he finds out that
He's the old guy.
he's like their dad, and is like, oh, I thought they liked me.
Yeah.
I like Tom Selleck. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that character. I thought that was actually a pretty good way of incorporating the fact that sometimes people want different things, and that love and caring is not enough to carry a relationship.
Because so much in TV show they're like, oh, we're gonna have so and so cheat on so and so, and that's why they're gonna break up. But
yep.
In real life, I mean, I don't know if any of my breakups ever had to do with someone. It was never me cheating on anyone. So it just makes me wonder.
Well, no, it's just that sometimes either personalities don't match or
people fade or
goals aren't aligned, and that is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I thought they actually handled that one pretty well.
Yeah, I liked it too.
Chandler and is it Kathy? Not so well.
Yeah, that was bad. I liked him and Kathy together too until the very end.
Yeah, I did too. All right. And your superfan question, what country does Joey think is a make-believe place where Tinkerbell and Peter Pan come from?
The Netherlands.
The Netherlands is correct.
I also did not know anything about when they're like, where did Dutch people come from? I was like, as a child, I was like, I have no idea. It didn't make sense to me that people from the Netherlands would be called Dutch. All right, so your fan question is, who is the last of the group to discover that Chandler and Monica are in a relationship?
Get off my sister! It's Ross Geller.
It is Ross Geller.
Back to his previous rage issues.
All right, and your super fan question is, how many sisters does Joey have?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm in Slurpee land right now because I don't know if it's 7 or 11. I'm going to say 7.
7 is correct.
Oh,
Nice guess. I always get confused too. I'm like, is it 6 and he's the 7th and there's 7 in the family, or are there 7 sisters?
For some reason, 11 was the first thing that popped into my mind. And I'm like, no, it doesn't sound right. I think he had 6 sisters. And then I got to 7-Eleven, and I got to Slurpees, and I got the Coca-Cola Slurpees because that's your favorite. And then I went with 7.
That's logical. I mean, it totally makes sense to me.
That's my way of saying that was one lucky-ass guess.
Yeah.
All right, Leah, your fan question. What instrument did Ross originally want to play at Chandler and Monica's wedding?
The bagpipes?
The bagpipes is correct.
One of the things we never got resolution from, did he actually play them at any point and they just skipped over it? Like, was it one of those things that happened off screen? Or was it just one of those things that after he practiced, they were like, no, and they all say no?
It's a subplot that just never went anywhere.
Yeah.
All right, we're on to your super fan question. What band played at Monica and Chandler's wedding? I can give you a hint if you need one.
Nope. There's only one band that's coming to mind, and I know it's a whole plot in a different episode, like an earlier episode. So I'm going to say the Swing Kings.
That is correct. It was a previous episode, and they made an arrangement to get the Swing Kings to play, if I'm not mistaken.
And I wanted to say Swing Kids, and I was like, nope, that's that Christian Bale movie that I love.
No.
About World War II. And the Junior Nazi Brigade, or whatever they were called.
God.
Good movie. All right. So your fan question number 1. Joey auditions to be the host of what new game show?
Let's Play Bamboozled.
Oh, gosh, that would have been a great show.
I would have watched the hell out of that show.
And your super fan question is, Ross created a comic book character when he was a child called Science Boy. What was his superpower?
Like an unquenchable thirst for knowledge, I think?
I will give you points. It was a superhuman thirst for knowledge.
Okay.
But knowledge is probably what they were going for. So nicely done.
All right, Leah, you're up. Your fan question. What was Monica's partner Richard's profession? And you can give me either the official name or the common name.
I'm between two. I get them confused all the time, and I know I'm going to say the wrong one.
You can give me the common
Can
name.
I say eye doctor?
That's fine.
Okay. I wasn't sure it was an ophthalmologist or an optometrist.
He's an ophthalmologist.
Ophthalmologist. Okay. So if you accepted eye doctor, I'm okay with that.
All right.
Because I think one does prescriptions and one just does eye
Optometrist
exams.
does. Well, no, the optometrist does the eye exams. Ophthalmologist actually deals with issues in the eye.
And which one was he?
An ophthalmologist. And your super fan question, in The One with the Blackout, Chandler gets stuck in an ATM vestibule with what model?
Jill Goodacre, who is married, I believe, to Harry Connick Jr. Harry Connick Jr., I think she was married to.
Aw. And Leah, we have perfect scores still going, right?
Yeah, let's go ahead and jinx that.
As I go in, damn it, why did I say that when I'm going into May?
All right, your fan question is, where did Rachel buy her apothecary table after pretending to Phoebe that it came from a flea market?
Oh, Pottery Barn.
Love Pottery Barn. I wish I could afford stuff from there. But that is correct. And here's your super fan question. What was the name of Rachel's childhood dog that died after being hit by an ice cream truck?
And dragged for 14 blocks or something like that.
Front and back. Oh, wait, that was something else.
Yeah. Oh, what was the name of that dog? What's bothering me is the episode that I watched yesterday at work when I had my lunch break was the episode where she gets Mrs. Whiskerson. And that's not it.
That's a great one, too.
Is it Sparky comes to mind? I'm going to guess Sparky?
It is not. Oh, you jinxed us.
I jinxed myself.
You have a missing point.
What's his name?
His name is Lapoo.
Yeah, oh, there's no chance I'm getting that. Now that you say that, I can hear her saying Lapoo, but no.
It's Lapoo. And then Phoebe says, I know it's Lapoo now, but it'll get better.
All right, Leah, you're up. Your fan question. Who was the only one of the main gang not to make it to Ross and Emily's wedding in London?
Phoebe.
That is correct. Superfan. During the quiz, what does Rachel think Chandler's job is?
A trans monster.
That's not even a word. That is correct.
Cool. All right, Christ, your fan question is this. During which public holiday did Chandler discover his parents were getting divorced?
Thanksgiving.
That is correct. And your super fan question is this. A co-worker named Bob continually calls Chandler by which incorrect name?
Oh, that's the one he calls him. I think is it Toby?
It is Toby. Nicely done.
Yes.
I don't think I would have gotten that one.
All right, Leah, you're up. You got a 2-point lead. Your fan question. Which of Rachel's colleagues at Bloomingdale's does Ross become jealous of?
Mark?
Mark is correct.
Ugh. Did not like Mark.
No one liked Mark.
He was just blah. It wasn't that like he was trying to hit on Rachel or whatever.
He wasn't threatening. Like, he seemed like a decent guy, but he had no character.
Yeah, we were just kind of like, ugh, why are you
that
here?
whole the whole Ross and Rachel breakup stuff, like from right before they break up till like after the ski trip that goes wrong, I skip those.
Yeah,
episodes.
you always skip. I always skip the ski trip one. I hate that episode. It's so awkward.
It is, but the stuff with the cab and all that and upstate New York is kind of fun. But neither here nor there. Leah, your fan question. No, your super fan question. What was Phoebe in charge of at Rachel's surprise party?
Cups? No, ice. Ice? No, cups.
Cups and ice is
It
correct.
was both of them.
Both.
Oh my
I'll give you
gosh.
that.
I was like cups, but then I was like, but I also remember snow cones. Oh no, did I get it wrong? Okay.
I don't remember snow codes, but okay. You got a 2-point
Chandler
lead.
gets excited, and Chandler's like, "There's snow cones," and he's dating Monica at the time, so it hurt Monica's feelings that he was excited about the snow cones. Oh, phew, that was a hard one. All right, your fan question is this: which two characters get addicted to stolen cheesecake?
Oh, that's Rachel and Chandler.
I
love that episode. I love that Joey comes in. He just pulls a fork out of his jacket. Goes, all right, what do we have?
Yeah, like he just carries a fork no matter where he goes, just ready for any occasion. All right, your super fan question: how much did Joey bid for the boat that he ended up buying at a charity auction?
This is the Mr. Belvedere.
Yeah, I don't like watching this episode.
I love this episode. Phoebe, how is that helping the children? The more I drink, the more they can't. I love that episode. I think he writes $40,000. I think $40,000. I think it ends up being $39,000. And he goes, "Oh, I was pretty close, but I could be way wrong."
Yeah, you're wrong. It's 20,000.
Oh, okay. Well, inflation. Inflation should count.
It should, but I don't
doesn't.
know what inflation would be for that. So,
Oh God, I'm losing. All right, Leah, your fan question: what animal causes Phoebe to drop the bowl full of lottery tickets?
a pigeon?
A pigeon is correct. Your super fan question: I might make up ground here. What is the name of Rachel's boss at Ralph Lauren?
Oh, that's the bitchy one. Oh no, it's the other bitchy woman. It's not the one who got hit by a bus.
So this is not that. She had multiple jobs at Ralph Lauren. This is the male.
Oh, I don't remember her having a male. Oh, Mr.
Oh, here you go. She's gonna pull this out of her ass.
Mr. Okay, so it's not the bitchy woman who actually made out with Kenny the copy guy.
I forgot about that.
That's the one I'm thinking of, and I don't even know her name. So there was a guy. Mr.
Once you hear the name, you're gonna kick yourself.
I have no idea. I'm gonna have to tap out. I have no idea.
Mr. Zellner.
Zellner. Oh, that does sound familiar.
Yeah, I can't place him, but that name is familiar.
I can't picture what he looks like. I can just kind of remember her saying Mr. Somebody.
Is he the one that like she inadvertently was hitting on? Is that him? Where it's like she gave him the inappropriate hug and she didn't mean to.
And she touched his crotch when she was trying to go for a handshake.
She still got a job. I can't believe it.
That looks like a Mr. Zellner. He could be a Zellner.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm within 2 points. I'm within striking distance.
Yay. All right, so here is your fan question. What is Rachel's father's profession?
I had a smile on my face and it just went away. What does he do? Is he a lawyer?
He is not a lawyer. He's a doctor.
Oh, shit.
Or surgeon. I would have accepted either.
I didn't say either.
And your super fan question is, what was the name of the men's lipstick that Joey helped advertise?
Ichiban, lipstick for men.
Yep, you are correct. And I think that's from the last season, and I don't like a lot of the episodes from the last season, but I loved that.
I do like that episode. Leah, let's get a score update before we keep moving.
I don't know, I have -2 and you have -5.
Okay. So we're playing best at a 0, right? We're playing golf rules? No. But closest, you want to get 0 is the goal, right?
No.
You have -2, which means you've gotten 1 question wrong. I've got -5, which means I've gotten 2 questions wrong.
Sure. Then yeah.
So you're up by 3, even though your score is -2.
Right. Yeah, because some of these are worth 1 and some of them are worth 2. I'm only going to figure out what the deficit is.
And that's fine. So the goal is to get as close to 0 as possible.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I agree with you.
All right, Leah, what character gets a temp job selling Christmas trees?
Joey.
That is correct. And your superfan question: in the final season, Rachel gets offered a job in Paris working for what fashion brand?
Is it not Bloomingdale's?
It is not. It's Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton. Because I thought Mark was
She got fired from Bloomingdale's, remember? Because she got caught going to an interview.
But I thought that she...
And then Mark calls her with a job.
So he's with Louis Vuitton?
He's with Louis Vuitton.
Oh, but he was with
I
Bloomingdale's.
didn't know that. I know Mark
there.
calls her with a job and offers a job, but it's in Paris.
Yeah, I would have never gotten there. Like I said, last season is kind of a blur to me. All right, so your first question is, what is Phoebe's younger half-brother's name?
It's Frank Jr.
That is correct. And your super fan question is, where were Ross and Emily supposed to go on their honeymoon?
I think they were supposed to go to Greece.
That is correct. Athens is what they have on the paper, but Greece is correct. And the only reason I can remember that is because Rachel goes inside and she comes back with the little thingy in her hair.
Green, why you cry? Why you cry?
And
Mrs. Geller, sorry.
Yeah, and Jennifer Aniston is actually Greek in real life. And so I think that that's why they wrote it into the show.
Well, that's cool. All right, Leah, I have poured myself another drink, by the way. I'm going to keep going on this Old Elk.
Awesome. I'm going to pour a little bit more Diet Coke into my little cup.
You've earned it. Your fan question, what does Rachel do to her potential boss during her job interview at Ralph Lauren? The first interview. I want to make that clear. This is the first interview.
Is that the kiss?
It's the kiss. It's the kiss.
I was like, I can't remember because we just talked about like several other things she did too.
This is the problem with having these conversations in between rounds.
Yeah, we should probably shut up.
All right, your super fan question. When Chandler discovers that Joey has lent money to Monica, what does Joey say it was for?
Boob job?
It's a boob job, yep.
All right, here's your fan question. What is Joey's agent's name?
Estelle?
Estelle Leonard. You are correct.
Would not have known her last name. Glad
it was not on here. It just says Estelle.
Thank God.
I was just adding in the Leonard part. Get like cool points for that. All right, so your super fan question is, Joey gets a part in a movie playing the butt double for what famous actor?
I'm Al Pacino's butt.
That is correct, Al Pacino. Nicely done.
After all this time, you've finally been able to crack your way into show business.
That's a Chris joke right there.
I love that joke. All right. Leah, you're up. Your fan question. In which item of clothing does Ross get stuck whilst on his date?
Leather pants.
Yes. Oh, actually, hold on. So this is funny. This game must be written in Britain because it's leather trousers.
Oh, no. It's definitely leather pants. Let's use the term that they actually use on the show.
Also, they put the word whilst into a question. WHILST.
Yeah.
So this is definitely written from Emily's point of view. And your super fan question, what does Ross give the ugly naked guy to try and bribe him into letting rent his apartment?
A basket of mini muffins?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? You got that?
Yeah, because then they're like, but there's a bunch of basket of mini muffins. Which one is yours? And he's like, the small one.
Yeah.
All right. Here's your fan question. What does Ross draw on Rachel's face when she falls asleep on the plane? These are episodes I've not seen in a very long time.
I think it's a mustache.
Yep, it is a mustache. Nicely done. I don't know if I would have pictured that. I'm picturing a penis. I'm thinking of 10 things I hate about you. That's what's in my head.
I thought about that, but that's ironically where my head first went was a penis. But I'm like, this is an NBC sitcom in the late 90s or in early 2000s. It wasn't going to fly.
All right, here's your super fan question. Chandler's father goes by what drag queen name?
I know the name of the show is Viva Las Vegas. Oh, what is his name? Her name. That was so terrible of me. I apologize. What is her name? I think I'm using the right gender pronouns there.
I mean, it's still Chandler's father. So
I know, that's what's
father as the. But the show was not clear either. So
again, this is early 2000s. Yeah. Oh, what is her name? I'm gonna tap and say I don't know, but give me a hint.
I'm gonna give you the hint. I say it all the time. When we used to play Ticket to Ride, and I would land on a certain city.
Oh, I have no idea.
Hell in a handbasket.
Hell in a handbasket. That's it.
Every time I land on there, that's all I could think of.
Nicely. That's a good question. All right. I'm losing to my wife, but I'm okay with it. She's just slightly more obsessed with Friends than I am.
And it's funny because I have not watched the show as recently because you work from home and can watch it on your lunch break. I do not.
You have a phone. It's on HBO Max.
And I have no service at school, and I can't use the school Wi-Fi to access it because it's blocked.
That's true. All right, Leah, your fan question. Where did the billionaire Pete Becker take Monica for their first date?
Are they looking for a city or a country on your card?
Oh, we're looking for a city.
Oh, Rome?
Rome is correct.
Okay, I knew it was Italy because they go to get pizza. But
somehow this is a super fan question. Whatever. What is the name of Chandler's roommate who refuses to leave in season 2?
Eddie?
Eddie's correct.
I love that guy. I love that actor too.
Just watched that episode again on my lunch break like last week. But he goes, I'm taking my fish, and he just puts his hand in this fish tank, grabs the fish, and puts it in his pocket and leaves. Oh, okay. I'm ready.
All right, here you go. All right, your fan question. Chandler pretended to move to what country in order to end his relationship with Janice?
Yemen. 1 Yemen Road, Yemen.
All right, that is correct. And here's your super fan question. What names were given to the 3 triplets that Phoebe gave birth to? Apparently, you have to get all 3 children in order to get it right.
Okay, so there's Chandler, Frank Jr. Jr. Wouldn't that be Frank the Third? Don't start. What was the girl's name? There's a boy and 2 girls. Chandler is a girl. Chandler is a girl. What is the other girl's name? I don't know. I'm going to tap. I honestly don't know. I couldn't even find a logic stream to get there.
It's not because they mentioned it like twice in the whole show, and that's it. It's Leslie.
Oh, yeah, no. Okay. All right, Leah, you're up. Your fan question. What did Ross call his Halloween costume that combined a potato and a famous satellite?
Spudnik.
I feel like your questions are easier than mine, but that's neither here nor there. Your super fan question. Oh, my God. What is the name of the vampire-themed porn film that Phoebe's twin sister stars in?
Buffet the Vampire Lair?
That is correct.
Nice. As a hardcore fan in the 90s of Friends and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I really enjoyed that.
Leah, what's our score update as we head into the second half of this game?
I have -4 and you have -8.
Okay.
Nope, -9.
Yeah, I'm 5 points behind you. Good to know. All right.
Okay, so here is
Hit me with your best shot.
Here's your fan question. Where does David the scientist guy move in order to take part in a 3-year research trip?
Another character, another relationship that I actually really liked from this show. He went to Minsk. He's played by Hank Azaria. And, I love Mike. I do. I love Mike. But David and Phoebe they had a chemistry that I really, really liked. I always kind of thought Phoebe got a little bit of a raw stick in the show because it felt like they focused a lot on Monica and Chandler, or Monica and Rachel. But Phoebe's dating history, aside from the occasional 1 or 2 episodes, or 3 episodes, I guess, with Michael Rappaport, isn't really examined.
Yeah, she really doesn't have any long-term, which they do make the joke about near the end, I've never been in a long-term relationship. But all the guys she dates are actually, cool guys.
Charlie Sheen's in that list.
He was only in that one episode. But, his character wasn't bad. I mean, he was, a Navy guy.
Yeah.
None of them were bad character-wise.
That's what irked me, is the reason they got rid of Michael Rappaport character. Come on.
Yeah, shooting the bird.
I get it. For shock value, it's a perfectly fine thing to do. But that would be okay, this is a 1-episode arc, not a 3-episode arc with an actor who we've kind of seen and known before.
Yeah, I really liked Michael Rappaport too. I still like him when I see him and stuff. Okay, so your super fan question is, what was Ross and Chandler's college band's name? I feel like you've gotten this question before too. You can get there.
Oh, man. What was their college band name? Is it Way, No Way?
That is correct. Nicely done.
That was sitting in the back of my head for some reason. All right, Leah, your turn. Your fan question. What does Ross dress up as when he can't find a Santa suit to rent?
The holiday armadillo.
That is correct.
With little Cole Sprouse from Riverdale. It's the little boy, Ben.
Yeah.
And also from Big Daddy. And the Disney show Zack and Cody.
Is he not from that's not the same kid from the British movie, Love Actually?
No, different kid.
All right, your super fan question. When Joey gets a job working at Monica's restaurant, what fake name does he use? Good luck. I had no idea.
Dragon.
Are you kidding me? You got there?
I was like, Viper. And then I was like, no, it's not Viper. It's that really annoying employee. And it's a one-word name. And it's for like some kind of animal or creature. So I was trying to listen to him in my head. But I was like stuck on, I was like, Viper, Scorpion, the Hulk. What was it that the guys called him?
Good pull. Nicely done.
All right, so your fan question. What is the name of the monkey kept by Ross as a pet?
Marcel.
That is correct. And your super fan question. Fun Bobby was the boyfriend of what character?
Oh, Fun Bobby dated Monica.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't do Fun Bobby justice there either. Poor Fun Bobby. But it is
I felt like they made fun of alcoholism, which I didn't like.
And like...
Again, that could be the 90s humor, but like that hasn't aged well either.
Like that's when they broke up, was because she was hoarding all this alcohol to be able to tolerate boring Bobby, or not, so whatever they called him, because he was sober. But it's like, but you guys are the ones that encouraged him to get sober, so like be supportive or get off the pot. And I guess they got off the pot, and then that didn't, like, what's Fun Bobby up to now? Did he go back to alcoholism because his girlfriend just broke up with him, or like? I mean, I hope Fun Bobby did great things with his life.
The show becomes problematic the further we get away from it.
Yeah.
We actually may have that same conversation with things like How I Met Your Mother in the next 5 years, though.
Oh, for sure.
So I actually want to go back and watch that. But all right, your turn. What character ends up naked in a restaurant bathroom?
Chandler.
Chandler is correct.
Because of Julia Roberts.
Which character said "sure" where during the last line of the final episode? Chandler is correct.
Yeah, he's the last. I think Monica's the first who says the first line in the show, and Chandler says the last.
That's correct. All right. Leah gets the easy questions.
All right, here's your fan question. What was the name of the character played by Joey on Days of Our Lives?
Which time?
The first one.
Dr. Drake Ramore.
The OG.
Doesn't he become Stryker later?
Yes, Stryker Ramore. And then the brain transplant happens at some point.
He's like Agatha or no?
I don't know.
Whatever.
Susan Sarandon.
Yeah. Sorry, it was Agatha all along. It's stuck in my head now.
Who lived below Monica and Rachel's apartment and constantly complained about the noise?
Oh, Mr. Heckles.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I could be a Mr. Heckles one day. Nicely done.
All right, Leah, you're up. What character was married to the Canadian ice dancer called Duncan?
Phoebe.
That is correct.
Steve somebody? Zahn. Steve Zahn.
Steve Zahn. Yeah, I actually like Steve Zahn.
Yeah, me too.
Because he was in Joyride, which I loved. But
and That Thing You Do.
He was in That Thing You Do. He was also in, was he in Sahara with Matthew McConaughey and Penelope Cruz?
Probably.
I think he was like the comedic sidekick in Sahara.
That's pretty much what he does.
Yeah.
He's never the lead.
All right, and your 2-point question, your superfan question, who proposes to Phoebe in Barbados? This is a trick question. I'll throw that out there.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Mike.
And?
Oh, it's a 2-person and David.
Yeah.
Because the problem is that Mike ends up proposing and what's the guy's name? David. He's like, I was going to do that too. And then he's like, and then Mike's like, I don't have a ring. And David's like, oh, I have one. And then Phoebe she starts making out with Mike. So, she's choosing Mike. And then she says no. And they're like, what? And she's like, I never needed a proposal from you.
She wanted commitment, right?
Right, wanted commitment. But then, yeah. Because then she ends up proposing to Mike that next season.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Which is funny because Mike's not in the reunion. Paul Rudd's not in the reunion.
Well, I'm okay with that. It's the OG6. It's the ones that have been around for 10 years.
Then why is Justin Bieber there?
I don't know, but I saw that they were bringing in Janice and things like that. I mean...
Yeah, Maggie Wheeler. I think both Susan and Carol are in.
I guess that is true. Like, I expect the
Gunther's
majority of
gonna be
it to be the core 6. But yeah, it is kind of weird that Paul Rudd doesn't hop in at all.
Well, I mean, he's busy. I get it because that guy's career is taken off.
But it's COVID. Do a conference call. Takes 10 minutes. Do it all the time.
All right, Leah, your turn. Your fan question. Ross's son goes to school with the son of what famous rock star?
I think that it's your turn. Yeah, it's definitely your turn.
Okay. Well, you know what your next
Sting.
question is.
I'm going to go ahead.
The wrestler or the singer?
The singer.
Okay.
From the Police. What is Ross and Monica's father called? What is Ross and Monica's father called? What is Monica and Ross's father's name? It should be what?
Jack.
Yes, Jack Keller. I don't know why they worded it that way. And your superfan question is, which character finds a thumb floating in a can of soda in season 1?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I hate season 1 too.
They hadn't really found their groove yet. Season 1's kind of rough to watch. I haven't seen season 1 in forever. Is it Rachel?
It is not. It is Phoebe. And then, like, she gets money from it, and then something happens with the bank, and then she ends up getting money for that. Like, it's a whole big thing that I don't remember a lot of details to.
I'd say I'm going to go back and watch it, but that's up there with having to watch season 1 of Parks and Rec. It just doesn't sound like something I want to do.
No. All right.
All right. We'll go back to your fan question here. Ross's son goes to school with the son of what famous rock star?
Ross can.
Give me the ticket.
Sting from the Police.
Sting is correct.
Not the wrestler.
And your super fan question, who does Rachel sell her Sphinx cat to?
Gunther.
Gunther is correct. Your super fan questions are so much easier than mine.
And he's like, what kind of snake is this? He's like, was this some kind of snake?
Which, by the way, that line makes like it's obviously not a snake.
No, but it is funny because it's weird. All right. So
you want to give a score update?
You have -11 and I have -4.
Oh my God.
So I'm closer to 0 than you were.
You're winning. Yep, you got a 7-point lead.
All right, so here is your fan question. In which city does Ross and Rachel drunkenly get married?
Las Vegas.
That is correct. And your super fan question. What is the name of the woman who gave birth to the twins that are adopted by Monica and Chandler?
Oh my God, what is Anna Faris's name in the show? The only names in my head right now are Emily and Julie, and it's neither of those. Oh my God, what is her name? I don't know. This is weird. I should know this.
The name starts with the same letter as one of the two you just named.
I don't need the hint. That means it probably starts with a J, though. Like what was coming to my head was Jennifer, but I don't think it's Jennifer. It's not Elizabeth. It's not Emily. I can't think of another E name off the top of my head. Why am I? Okay, this old elk is in my head right now. I'm 2 glasses in. They're good pours, and whew. Erica?
It is Erica.
Are you
Whoa,
kidding me?
You pulled it.
Are you kidding me? It's Erica?
It is Erica, and that's what they name one of their kids after.
Oh my God, I pulled that out of my ass.
Nicely done.
All right, my turn for you, right?
Yes.
Your fan question, what is Ross's son from his first marriage named?
Ben.
Oh my God. Your super fan question, in order to stop Rachel flying to Paris, what part of the plan does Phoebe say is broken?
The phalange.
Be more specific. There is a clarifier in there.
The left?
The left phalange is correct. Sorry, if I wasn't losing, I wouldn't have been a dick. But I'm losing. I don't like losing. We've covered the fact that I'm
I just took a
competitive.
guess. That's just what came to mind.
Nicely
I had no
done.
thunder behind it.
I love these little home games, by the way. These are fun for me. I love this. I'm having so much fun right now.
All right, so here's your fan question. When Rachel ran away from her wedding, who was she supposed to have married?
Barry.
That is correct. What are Rachel's sisters named?
Oh my God.
You get these multiple ones, too. I'll give you points if you can name one of them.
Reese Witherspoon and Christina Applegate?
If you can name one of their characters' names, I will give you the whole points.
I'm never going to get Christina Applegate's name. There's just no chance I'm going to get her name.
She's in more episodes.
I know, but I love Reese Witherspoon. I've had a thing for Reese Witherspoon.
She's very pretty still.
Since Cruel Intentions, for God's sake. Yeah,
I follow her on the IG.
What was her name? Is it Julie?
No.
Okay.
Jill.
Jill. Damn it.
It's Jill and Amy.
Yeah, no.
Nope. Christina Applegate.
Jill is right. Amy, I wouldn't have gotten.
Okay.
And Leah gains ground. Leah, your fan question. What was Rachel's prom date in high school? Who was Rachel's prom date in high school? What was his name?
Chip.
So close. It was Chip.
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 Rats. And that was the easy one.
That was the easy. No. That was not an easy one. Your super fan question. What is the name of the woman that leans out of the work of art that Phoebe gives to Monica? What?
Oh, that creepy picture.
Oh, yeah.
She has a name?
She has a name. That makes sense. Yeah, she does have a name. What's the name of the work of art is what they're asking for.
Gladys? No.
Yes. I hate you. I love you, but I hate you.
I was thinking Ethel. No, I was like, I feel like it has, and my grandmother's name was Gladys, so maybe that clued me in. I don't know.
Nice pull.
Ugh, all right. Yeah, that was really hard.
Good. Nah, it's a hell of a pull, Leah.
Oh, I was like, Ethel? For some reason, I was stuck on Ethel, but I knew it was wrong. All right. What is Phoebe's twin sister's name?
Ursula.
All right, and your super fan question, what was Monica's nickname when she was a field hockey goalie?
Big fat goalie.
Yep. I love, if people were voting on the best Friends episode, and they do not have that one as top 3, you're out of my life forever.
I seriously
It's my favorite.
I do think that will end up being a boozy bracketology.
Best Friends episode?
Yeah, the best episode of Friends of all time.
It's gotta be that one. Some of their Thanksgiving ones are really good too, but if you're just looking at a traditional run-of-the-mill episode, that one is definitely up there.
Yeah, the finale part 2 is one of their top 2, from Rotten Tomatoes scores, one of their top 2 episodes.
But I know that one, the one with the embryos, which is what the episode
that's up
is.
there too.
It's literally on a lot of best of lists, so I think it would have a high seed.
You know what it is, that particular episode has stakes for literally every one of them, and Phoebe has the highest stakes, but they're all involved in the main plots in one way or another.
And the ones that I think get the highest ratings are the ones that most of them are in the same room together for most of it, and the only one who's not there is Phoebe because she's getting the embryo storyline. So, all right. Nicely done.
All right, is it your turn?
Yep.
Your fan question, what basketball team do Ross, Joey, and Chandler support?
New York Knicks rule. Yeah, the Knicks rule.
Their full name is the New York Knickerbockers.
No, we go New York Knicks rule.
Yeah, the Knicks rule. All right, your super fan question. What does Phoebe change her name to after marrying Mike?
Princess Consuela Banana Hammock.
That is correct. Nicely done.
And she marries Crapbag. First name Crap, last name Bag.
If you can't remember it, just think of a bag of crap. I like Paul Rudd. I'm sorry. I like that character in that show. I was a fan.
Yeah, I would have had a crush on him. I think out of all the characters on the show, I think I would have had a crush on Mike. All right, so here's your fan question. What was the name of Ross's first wife?
Carol.
That's correct. And your super fan question. During the quiz, it's revealed that which name appears on the address label of Chandler's TV guide?
Chenandler Bong.
It's actually
Miss Chenandler Bong.
Yes, I would have given you credit regardless.
All right, Leah. We only got a handful of questions left. Let's keep going. Your fan question. What kind of animal is Joey's cuddly friend, Hugsy?
Baby Paige has one of these too. Her auntie gave it to her for Christmas. It's Hugsy, Joey's bedtime penguin pal.
It is a penguin pal. And Paige, I think, tore something off of it.
Oh, yeah, the goggles.
The goggles,
I have to keep the goggles away from her because she tears them off all the time and chews them, so they are now on the bookshelf.
But it's a really cute penguin.
Yeah.
All right, your super fan question. How old was Monica when she finally learned to tell time?
13?
Oh, my God. You knew that?
She says, it's hard for some people. It was kind of a guess. That's the number that came to mind, but I was between 11 and 13, and I was like, I think 11 is how many
Categories of towels are.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking the 11. So I was like, I'll go with 13 because I was like, I think 11 is the towels. All right. Here's your fan question. What does Joey wear to Monica and Chandler's wedding?
Okay, so he shows up in like his costume from work. It's like a World War I costume, and then he changes into like short shorts and like a tennis outfit, like a tennis pro outfit.
We're going for army uniform, so that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, and as a child, when she's making fun of him for how he's dressed, I was like, I've been to a ton of weddings where people are dressed way less than Joey, and so I always thought it was really funny that she was so condescending to how he was dressed in his like golf uniform. And I was like, man, people wear jeans and like Confederate flag t-shirts to weddings where I grew up. Your super fan question is, what does Ross give to the state for the state of total awareness? No, what name does Ross give for the state of total awareness that's actually a type of sushi?
Unagi.
Unagi is correct.
Leah, your fan question, what is the surname of Phoebe's husband, Mike?
Hannigan.
Hannigan is correct.
Or crap bag. Or bag.
Bag. Bag.
Depends on when you're asking.
No, because his name wouldn't have been Mike. His name was Crap. Yeah. All right, your super fan question, who entered a Vanilla Ice lookalike contest and won?
Chandler.
And then Ross cried because he came in fourth. That is correct.
I was trying to think. I was like, one of them did not win and cried, and the other one won. I was trying to remember. All right, so here's your fan question. Chandler falls asleep in a meeting and accidentally agrees to work in what city?
Tulsa.
Tulsa, Oklahoma is correct. And your super fan question. What does Chandler's mother do for a living?
She's an author.
Yes, that is correct. She's a novelist of erotica? I don't know.
Not really erotica,
Romance?
but she's a romance novel writer. Yeah.
That's correct. Played by someone who used to be famous a really long time ago because I had no idea who she was.
Morgan Fairchild?
Sure.
I think so.
That makes sense. I just know that at the time it was like, oh my gosh, she's on the show. And I was like, who is this person?
Yeah, agreed.
And I know nothing else that she's been in.
All right, Leah, your fan question. Which of Ross's girlfriends does he meet at Monica and Chandler's wedding?
Oh, Mona.
Mona got a raw deal. Mona
Monica. Mona was awesome, and she deserved like way better. Yeah, she got treated like garbage.
She was pretty. She was just supportive. She was understanding.
Understood everything. Oh my gosh.
Well, for the most part.
She put up
until
with a
Rachel's dad showed up.
Yeah.
I like the fact that Ross was honestly, I'm surprised she didn't break up with me sooner. Like, Ross, you're kind of a piece of shit.
Right, exactly.
All right.
And she was in that that band called Band from TV that had
with Hugh Laurie and Greg Grunberg?
And Greg Grunberg, yeah, she was the female singer in that band.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Bonnie Somerville.
Bonnie Somerville, yeah. All right, your super fan question on what ride at Disneyland did Ross have an accident after eating 10 tacos? I will never ride this ride again.
It's a Small World.
Space Mountain.
I almost want to say the Tilt Whirl, and I was like, is that a ride at...
That's not a ride at Disney World. That's a ride at, like, the county fair.
Something happened on It's a Small World. Is that where him and his wife had sex on the ride when it broke down?
I think so. Him and Carol.
Okay, so here's your fan question. We've got two more for you. After Monica gets stung by a jellyfish, who pees on her to help remove the pain?
That's a red herring again. Because it's supposed to be Joey, but Joey had performance anxiety, and I think it was Chandler.
It was Chandler. Nice job. And your super fan question, which actor's shower does Joey get caught using without his permission?
Heston.
Yep, Charlton Heston. That's correct. Nicely done.
So I have a story real quick. One of my little sister's friends in high school, this girl, she was a nice girl. She weighed like 90 pounds. She was tiny. But her mom and her boyfriend and her went to the beach, and she got stung by a jellyfish at the beach. Yeah. And like everyone's heard that you're not supposed to do that. I don't think I could ever do that unless I'm peeing on myself. I don't think I really want anyone peeing on me. But I've never been in this scenario. I don't know. But her mom's boyfriend had to go behind like a cabana and pee in a cup and then pour it on her.
Because the mom didn't want her to see his penis. She was in pain.
She was also like 14. And like the mom theoretically is probably 40, 45. But still, like, of all the pee, like, I don't want like my own pee on me. I really do not want a stranger's pee on me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would just pee on myself.
I'm hoping the lifeguards have an alternative, like a gun I can shoot myself with, rather than having a stranger pee on me.
Like, what if you're at the beach by yourself, or if the person couldn't
Let me die. I'll go in the ocean. At that point, the ocean wins. It can take me away. I'm done. Jellyfish 1, Chris 0. Game over.
That's sad.
For who? Not for the jellyfish. It got to win.
And then I guess whatever larger sea animal predator, eat you.
That's true.
The apex predator,
It'll probably be like a
seal.
Like with my luck, I'll be floating out there like dying, like a jellyfish wound down my leg, and a marlin would just come up and spear me through the sternum.
There you go. Well, that could
like
be
my heart's poking out like here, and then the marlin dies because they can't get out from under. He's like stuck in me.
Oh, it's like the PBS thing all over again, where there is no selfless good deed. You let the marlin sting you, and then it dies.
Well, the marlin that sting, they're the ones that have like the pointy noses. So then it's like the rest of the marlin's life. It's got to swim around with me on its front.
This makes me very sad.
It's like I'm just stuck there.
This is like the bears at the England Zoo who got murdered for climbing a tree.
Yeah. All right. Is it your turn?
Yeah.
Monica gets a job creating recipes using a fake chocolate product that goes by what name? I would have totally flipped these two around because the superfan question is easy.
Mocklet?
Mocklet is correct.
I want to say focklet. Because I was like, it's like fake chocolate.
Faux chocolate?
Yeah, but then I was like, that doesn't make sense. But I was like, focklet? I was like, no, they wouldn't have been able to get away with saying that on TV.
Your superfan question, what does Joey call his son, or want to call his son?
The Hulk?
The Hulk is correct. We've got 2 questions left per person. Leah, what's our scores? I think it's out of reach right now, but
I have -7, and you have -13.
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, -7 is what, 4 questions wrong? And
I missed
like
4, and you've
6?
missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. Okay. That's not bad.
We've both missed one pointer, and the rest have been 2 pointers.
I'll take that. This is actually, for both of us, a pretty damn good showing, I
Out
think.
of 50.
Yeah. Oh, 48.
Well, yeah.
Right.
We'll see.
Let's see how I finish.
All right. What is Chandler's middle name?
Muriel.
That is correct. And your superfan question, when playing a game and trying to name all of the states, which state does Ross have listed twice? Oh, I would have gotten this one wrong.
Does he have it listed twice, or is it the one he's forgetting? Hold on.
It's one he listed twice. Yeah, I would not have gotten this one.
The only state that comes to mind is Delaware, and I don't know if he forgot Delaware or if he has it listed twice. I'm going to say Delaware.
I would have also said Delaware. It's Nevada.
Nevada. Delaware's the one he's missing then.
I think Delaware's the one he's missing because he comes back and he's like, Delaware.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Chandler says, you've got Nevada twice. And he's like, yeah, I know. And then he still ate his dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
But I would not have remembered the Nevada part. Okay, my last card. Here we go for all the marbles and all the cheesecake in the world.
Grab your fork, sit on the stoop, let's eat some cheesecake.
Let's do it.
Oh, God. We're going to file this under a callback.
Okay.
Leah, why did Phoebe break up with Gary the cop?
Because he shot a bird from his window while they were in bed together.
Their first night in bed together.
Yeah, super sad.
Yes.
Especially because she's like a vegetarian, is against all kind of cruelty to animals. So even if, like, it's pretty bad to do that with like a regular person, but when you're with like an animal rights activist kind of person,
yeah, bad.
It's not good.
All right, Leah, your super fan question. What was the name of the game that Joey. What is the name of the game that Chandler invented to give Joey money?
Cups.
Cups is correct.
Nice.
And Leah, what are our final scores tonight?
We've got Leah with -7, and we have Chris with -15.
Yeah, because I got Delaware wrong. It was Nevada.
Yeah, but I also would have gotten it wrong. I do agree that you had the harder questions for sure.
You know what? It's luck of the draw. Leah, that was a hell of a game. You are a worthy competitor. You got a win under your belt. How you feeling?
Which is good because you beat me at Fringe Trivia last time we played when Kylie wrote her Friends themed episode, and I've been beating myself over it ever since, so I feel a little bit of redemption here.
You feel vindicated?
I feel vindicated. Vindicated.
Nicely done, Leah. Everyone, that's been another episode of the Pub Trivia Experience. If you're enjoying the show and you want some of our bonus content, or you just want to really support us as we keep going down this podcast road, you can find us on Patreon, patreon.com/PTEBB. Every month, you're going to get bonus content from both the Pub Trivia Experience and Boozy Bracketology, our sister podcast. Find us on Instagram, Pub Trivia Experience, Twitter at Pub Trivia Pod. Our brand new Facebook group is ever growing. The Lounge, fans of the Pub Trivia Experience and Boozy Bracketology. It is not necessarily a place to promote our show, but really, it's a place for us to come together and just talk to each other, have a good time, talk about what we're drinking, and it is 100% a really fun and engaging place for you to talk to Leah, myself, along with our co-hosts Jeff, Marissa, Mike, and Nikki. Steven will one day get Facebook. We'll see. Neither here nor there. For the Pub Trivia Experience, I have been Chris.
And Leah? I'm Leah? Yes, that's
so.
me.
I hope so.
I am. I'm here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye. So I was like,
you remember when we were talking about like the wedding invitations and stuff like that? And like I love you.
Yeah.
I love your family.
You know my family.
But I told you, I'm like, someone like we paid a. This sounds prissy as hell, and I don't want it to sound that way, but I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, you and your New England ritzy, pretentious stuff coming down to the deep south.
But we're in Tampa. But we spent like a lot of money on the venue. We didn't spend a lot of money on the wedding, but the venue is what we spent the bulk of our money on. We didn't cheap out, but like we got like the Bearline liquor package, and everything else wasn't the most expensive. But we spent a lot of money.
We had
on the
to move
venue.
all of our chairs from one room to the other
Yes.
for the ceremony and the reception because we didn't want to pay double.
To be fair, the caterer was cool as hell. Handled that, like he had the catering staff handle that, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But like we had not an argument. We had a conversation about, can we put on the invitations,
No jeans.
no jeans, and we opted not to. And wouldn't you know it, like 3 people from your family showed up in jeans. Now the one that I was worried about did tuck his shirt in. So
Yeah.
and he actually, I actually
None of
like
these
it.
people are going to be Patreon subscribers to our podcast, so I don't
This
think
isn't a
we have to worry.
Patreon episode. This will be a regular episode.
Oh, well, I don't think they'll do that either, but it's
No.
fine.
But nice guy, like genuinely nice guy. And I know he's got a rather torrid backstory. But I literally, for the one time the entire night of my wedding, I just sat down to try and soak it all in. There are like this beautiful like Beauty and the Beast style staircase, like not red velvet, but like this beautiful red lined staircase. And I just sat down there to try and take it all in. As soon as I sat down, he sat down next to me, and I'm like, dude, like I just want like a minute. 30 seconds to myself. Like I'm trying to just like take a mental picture and remember this moment. And he decided to sit down and try and have like this emotional conversation with
And
me.
now,
And I'm like,
now you're remembering this moment with him in it.
oh,
And you'll have that connection with him forever.
in his jeans and cowboy boots.
Yeah. Yeah, cowboy boots is definitely, like, it doesn't matter what kind of pants you're wearing. Cowboy boots cannot be banned from any of our family.
No,
gatherings.
well, we went to Jason's wedding in Dallas, and him and Katie both got married in cowboy boots.
yeah,
But he had a suit on, she had a white dress on. It made sense.
Yeah.
I was in a pinstripe suit. Like I stuck out like a sword. I look like a gangster. Like, all right, let's keep
Whose
going.
turn is it? I don't even know what's going on. Oh. It's still yours.